Previously on Natural Dreams Revelation. I think he is the father of your children, which means, stop me if I'm wrong, he may be alright. He's my husband. Why would they go there? Point of the matter is, that's where they are. You really thought I forgot about you? Well, allow me to prove you wrong. And as Leo took out a gun and aimed it at the person in the chair who's revealed to be Joseph Goodcharm. Meanwhile, in an unknown area in an abandoned warehouse, Michelle and David are tied up in separate chairs facing Tamara, Katie, and Chad, while Leo aims his gun at Joseph, who Michelle and David saw. Any last words before? Will you just get on with it already? I'm quite certain that you didn't go all this effort just to have a chat, now didn't you? Straight to the point. I like that a lot. And as Angela, Damon, Shirley, and Dustin all came in, stop whatever this is. And as everyone turned and saw them, look what the wind blowed in. I say those fools of yours has arrived. And as Chad looked at Michelle and David, who were stunned. Don't look so daft. You really didn't think that we knew they would show up here eventually, given to the technology we have today? All this is some twisted scheme of yours, yeah. Like the one you two are playing at right now. Enough. Let them go now. And as the guards came from nowhere and began surrounding Angela, Damon, Shirley, and Dustin with their guns pointing at them, which Tamara, Leo, Katie, and Chad, including Michelle and David, saw along with Joseph. Seems to me, mate, you're in no position to be making any demands, since the lot of you will be killed. Meanwhile, back in Los Angeles at the Whitestone Rich Manor and Dean's room, Mildred's nursing her son. Just as Andrew came in, and Mildred saw him. Anything? I called all of his friends. Nothing. He didn't just fall off the face of the planet now, did he? Oi. Let's not worry ourselves, okay? We're gonna find him. This couldn't happen at the worst time. James and Arthur will be here tomorrow. Let's just see how today pans out, yeah? I'm gonna go make some phone calls. And as Andrew turned and went and left Dean's room, while Mildred got up and went and placed Dean in his bed. And as she turned and headed to the table where her phone is and got it and turned it on and began calling Sean. Meanwhile, back in an unknown area in an abandoned warehouse, Michelle and David are both tied up in separate chairs facing Joseph, who's also tied up in a chair, while Tamara, Leo, Katie, and Chad are talking. Also, the guards who happen to be there surrounding Angela, Damon, Sheridan, and Dustin with their guns pointed at them. You lot remember what I said earlier about them being armed and all? Not a problem. Guys, please don't do this. We're not losing you both. Just sit tight while we handle the little crew. Handle? You're saying as if this is gonna be some easy game for the matter. Wrong. Look, dude, I may not know you all, yeah. Then ask your family, especially your brother and his wife for the matter, because I'm quite certain they'll give you all the details about my family. In the meantime, guards, kill them. Wrong. And as Damon and Dustin start attacking the guards. Meanwhile, back in LA at the Rancho Vista Rich Manor in the living room, Meredith and Daniel are talking. Wow, this just keeps getting better and better, doesn't it? When the hell were you gonna spring this on me? Look, I was trying to tell you, well, you didn't try hard enough. What are you trying to say to me? If you weren't married for the matter, then perhaps we could have worked something out. But you just can't, now can you? So basically, what you're telling me, it's over between you and I. Just like that. It's over? It's a bit too late to lay the guilt trip on me. Is this some sort of wind-up you and JJ were playing? I told you, that man is dangerous. And what you saw was a mere spectacle. Oh, you know what? I really don't give a damn. I'm gonna go make a phone call. Be gone when I return, and don't ever come back. And as Daniel turned and went and left the living room. Meanwhile, at the Grand Plaza Hotel in Owen's room, Vanessa's sitting on the bed waiting till Austin and Owen both came in, with Owen closing the door. That was a good pass you threw today. Did you used to play when you were in high school? Yeah, I happen to have been the quarterback, if you know. And he was a good one, leading our school to victory numerous amount of time. Now go shower. There should be some towers in though. Cool. Can we do this again, Mom? We'll see about that. And as Austin headed towards the bathroom and went in and closed the door, while Owen came to where Vanessa is. Thanks again for letting me hang out with my boy, including having to blackmail my sister Jan in order to make it happen. Nice. Which is working out good in the end. I told you, I'm here to bond with our son. And speaking of which, I'm aware about your other daughter with Aaron. You know, the one you let his wife raise as her own. Meanwhile, at the Whitesdale Ridge Manor in the front area, Natalie and Cameron are making out till they pull away. We've been at this for hours, Oi. You didn't seem to mind much now, did you? Yeah, but no buts. Let's just enjoy ourselves in this moment we have. And as they continue to make out, till suddenly they hear the door opening, which caused them to pull away. And as Natalie took Cameron by the hand and led him to the closet area by the stairs, and arrived. And as they both went in, closing the door, just as Carly came in the main door and closed the door and began checking her message on her iPhone while heading to the living room, and went in and looked up and saw Sharon, who happened to sit on the couch waiting for her. And as she got up, just as Carly put her iPhone up. Okay, what's on your mind? You tell me. I saw you and Will at the promenade today. Of course you did. And as Carly came and sat on the couch across from Sharon, which Sharon did the same thing. Seems I had to be followed or stalked with the matter wrong. I was just getting me and my husband a takeaway meal, but that's not the point here. Then what is? I was just venting out to an old mate, if you must know. This mate you were venting out to happens to be your ex-husband, so I gotta ask, what is going on? You think there's something going on here? I told you, we talked, that's it. I didn't realize I gotta come back to this house and be interrogated by my own family. You seem very evasive from a simple question, which makes me wonder if there's more. Meanwhile, at the Los Angeles International Hospital in Aaron's office, Will's sitting at Aaron's desk on Aaron's PC, finishing inventory. Just as Bobby came in and slammed the door. Dude, what the hell you think you're playing at here? And as Will looked up and saw Bobby, what are you on about? And as Bobby came to the desk where Will is, you're aware, just like your family, mine also have eyes all over. My point is, somebody saw you with my wife today at the Grand Promenade. Seriously? So you just assume based on that, me and her, I don't know. but I do know my marriage is hitting a rough path at the moment, and I'll be damned that I'm gonna throw it all away. Well, lucky for you, mate, I'm not gonna stand in your way. Forgive me if I don't buy your story. Due to your recent history with Jennifer and Chris, watch it, dude. You're trading on thin ice here. What I'm trying to say is, I am determined to fix my marriage, and I'm really hoping you won't cause any problems, or there might be problems between you and I. Meanwhile, at the Graham High School in the courtyard, Sasha and Michael are sitting by the pond talking. Don't worry, I'm sure they're being found wherever they are. It's not just that. Then what is it? It's my family, my parents. I called earlier and no answer. And as Patrick came to where Sasha and Michael is, and they saw him just as he arrived. You recently found out that Sheridan and Dustin was your family, yeah? Yeah, what about it? Well, and as Patrick sat by them, Sheridan and I were gonna go out on a date, till she suddenly canceled it unexpectedly, and when I called her, she sounded very cryptic. Almost as if something is going on, and I'm thinking you know. All I know is, Michelle and David hasn't been answering their phones, and when I called home, there's nobody there. Meanwhile, in the unknown area in an abandoned warehouse, Michelle and David are both tied up in separate chairs who are facing Joseph, who's also tied up in a chair. While that's going on, Tamara, Leo, Katie, and Chad are talking, while Angela, Damon, Sheridan, and Dustin are all fighting the armed guards. Just as Leo came to where Joseph is, with the gun, and as he aimed it at him. Now then, where were we? You know what? If I wasn't tied up, I would kill you myself. Well, mate, the thing is, you're not are you? Say goodnight. And as Leo about to pull the trigger, so Joseph suddenly got up and tried to grab the gun from Leo, resulting in them struggling. Till a gunshot is made, causing them to look at each other. A few seconds later, Leo suddenly collapsed on the ground, which Tamara saw just as Angela, Damon, Sheridan, and Dustin all finished knocking out the guards. Leo! And as Tamara rushed fast to where her husband is and got down, and as she sat him up on her, and as he looked at her, no, this cannot be. I can't lose you. You served me well, wife. I love you, and I will never forget that. And as Leo tilts his head down, causing Tamara to realize, no! And as she hold him, and as she turned and looked at Joseph, who saw, you have made a grave mistake. Wrong. He didn't kill him, I did. And as Tamara turned and saw Katie, who's aiming her gun in their direction, even Tamara surprised by it. While that's going on, Angela and Damon finish freeing Michelle and David from their chair, just as Sheridan and Dustin came to where they are. And while that's happening, Joseph is witnessing the event and is being joyful. Till he looked down and noticed there's blood on his shirt. And as he touched it and realized he's been shot thanks to his struggle with Leo, and as he collapsed on the ground. Let's get back to Michelle, David, Angela, Damon, Sheridan, and Dustin who are talking. You lot have really risked your life to save us. Thank you. And by the way, how did you know we'd be here, Dad? We tracked you down using the iPhone tracker. Point of the matter is, we weren't gonna lose you. Meanwhile, let's get to Chad, who came to where his girlfriend is, who put the gun down while still looking at Tamara, who did the same thing to her. Hey. And as Chad hugged Katie, it's okay. And as they pull away, What just happened? Look, I'll explain to you later. We need to go. Good call. Actually, you lot ain't going anywhere, and as Angela and Damon came to where they are, and Katie and Chad saw. Really? And who's gonna stop us? Just as the police came in, along with Claire and Greg, and everyone saw. They are. And as the officers went and began handcuffing Katie, Tamara, and Chad. Meanwhile, let's get to Claire and Greg, who's watching the action. I'll say, it's really good to be back in the game after all these months. I couldn't agree with you. Meanwhile, at the Whitestone Ridge Manor in Mildred and Andrew's room, Mildred's laying in her bed thinking. Till her iPhone rings, and as she sat up and got the phone and saw it's Michael and answered it. Hey Michael, what's going on? Sheridan called me. You might want to head to the hospital. What? Is he? And as Andrew rushed in the room, having heard what his wife said. No, he's still alive, but he was shot. We're on our way. And thank you so much, Michael, for calling us. No problem. Sasha and I will fill you both in when you get there. Okay, bye. And as Mildred hung up, and as she got up, what's going on? It's our son. He's been shot. And as Mildred got her iPhone, I'm gonna call my parents to see if they can babysit Snow. I'll call my parents to babysit. You just get ready, yeah? And as Andrew turned and went and left their room, just as Mildred in turn sat back down on their bed, just as her iPhone rings, and she got it and saw it's Jordan and declined it. Meanwhile, at the Seabrook Motel in Janet and JJ's room, JJ's finished eating his meal. Just as someone knocked on the door. Ray. And as he stopped and got up and headed to the door. Damn, that was fast, Janet. I didn't realize school let out, and as he arrived and got the door and saw Anna, Joel, along with Meredith, who's behind them. I take the news that Daniel knows about them, yeah? More than that, it's over between us because I lied to the best man I know. Whoa, did know. Come in, kids. And as Anna and Joel came in, followed by Meredith, but JJ stopped her. Whoa, I didn't mean you. And as he stepped out his place and closed the door, facing her. You can't be serious. Do you see a smile on my face? I don't think you're getting this. Daniel just dumped me and I have nowhere to go since I lied to him about having kids. I cannot believe him. Acting all high and mighty just because he's a gram. But then again, you didn't tell him anything about me, now did you? You specifically told me under the threat of his life. Oh, come off it already. As if anything can stop you from getting what you want. Now do one. Oh no, you're not doing this to me. They're my kids as well. Wrong. You lost that right when you walked out on me. You know what? Stay, go. I really don't give a damn for the matter, because it's only a matter of time before you get carted to prison for trespassing. Now, far as you and me, we're done. And also, Janet's my new girlfriend, so be ready to receive the divorce papers. And as JJ turned and went back in and closed the door. And as Meredith turned and looked at the parking lot thinking, this is far from over. And as for you, Janet, I suggest you better be watching your back. Meanwhile, at the Grand Plaza Hotel in Owen's room, Vanessa and Owen are talking while Austin's still in the bathroom. When Austin comes out, we're leaving. Relax. You should know that I know everything. Besides, my only main goal is to have a family. You get to spend time with your son anytime you want, yeah? Only thing is, I want more. Say, you. You and I were great together. So why don't we try things out again? You really are crazy and delusional to even think for a mere second that I would leave my husband. For me, I know. And as Austin came out of the bathroom and head back to the front area to where they are, and Vanessa and Owen saw, Mom, can I stay here with my real dad? No offense to your husband at all. It's fine. All you gotta do is call and text me good night. Will do. And as Vanessa got her stuff and went and left the flat. Meanwhile, at the Whitestone Ridge Manor in the front area, Nally and Cameron quietly came out of the closet and closed the door and head to the main door and arrived just as Cameron quietly opened it. And as Nally, followed by Cameron, both went out, with Cameron quietly closing the door. And as he turned and faced Nally, who did the same thing. I'm gonna go put a deposit on the flat so we can spend much more time, you and I. I have a mate who happens to own a flat. I don't want a place where everyone is in our business and all. Well, what I was gonna say is, it's a brand new condo that hasn't even been opened to the matter, and the best part is, we get dibs on any condo we see fit. Well then, I must see this condo for myself. Then you will. And as Nally and Cameron turned and head away from the house. Meanwhile, inside in the living room, Carly and Sharon are talking. Wow, you really think I'm that desperate to have a man in my life that I would land Will, who is a married man, or do you think he's taking advantage of me? Don't be so dramatic, sister. Oh, I'm dramatic now. Just for once, I would like to come here and live me life and talk to whoever I want without being questioned or judged for the matter. Look, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to jump all up in your business. But you're my sister and half-sister. But I get it. Just because I declared my marriage is over doesn't mean it is. Now, if you don't mind, I would really like to be alone. And as Carly went and left the living room. Meanwhile, at the Los Angeles International Hospital in Aaron's office, Will and Bobby are talking. Dude, you have my word. I'm not gonna take any advantage of your wife. Carly and I are mates only. Okay. Look, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to lash out on you. I just been on edge. Ever just look, for what it's worth, you can still salvage your marriage. I know. I just don't know how, dude. But I'm not giving up. And by the way, how come you're not on holiday since you and Kristen got married? There's a lot of work that needs to be done. And since Aaron and his wife are still going to school undercover, yeah. Weren't you, Kristen, and Brody part of this as well? We are. Me and Kristen are just using our honeymoon to catch up on some work. I see. Don't work too hard. You don't want to end up like Carly and I. Anyways, excuse me. And as Bobby got up and went and left Aaron's office. Meanwhile, at the Rancho Vista Ridge Manor in the living room, Daniel came back in and head to the table where the brandy in the cups is, and arrived just as he has flashback of Meredith and him talking earlier. Wow, this just keeps getting better and better, doesn't it? When the hell were you gonna spring this on me? Look, I was trying to tell you. Well, you didn't try hard enough, now did you? What are you saying? I'm saying we're done. And as a flashback in, with Daniel pouring himself a glass of brandy. And as he put the bottle down and began drinking the cup. Just as someone knocked on the door. And as he put the glass down on the table and turned and went and left the living room towards the front area. And soon arrived at the door and got it and it's Amanda, which surprises Daniel as much as Samantha.